The moment Karen saw my Rolls-Royce gliding past her begonias, she called the cops before I could even shut off the engine. And guess who ended up in handcuffs? The second my tires touched the pristine concrete of Wisteria Point, I knew I didn't belong, at least not in her eyes. It was my first day in the neighborhood. A new house, a fresh start. My dream car, a black Rolls-Royce Dawn, purring beneath me like a quiet storm. I'd worked years for this moment. But apparently success doesn't sit well with everyone. I'd barely pulled into my driveway, still had my seatbelt on, when I spotted her storming across the street. Late 50s, blonde bob that hadn't moved since 2005. A power walk that said, "I run this street." And an outfit straight out of a Suburban Dictator starter pack, pink cashmere, pearls, and a clipboard clutched like a sword. Before I could even open my door, she was already yelling through the windshield. "Excuse me? What are you doing here with that vehicle?" I smiled, still seated, and rolled down my window. "Good morning. I just moved into 927 Maple Bend. This is my car. Can I help you?" She blinked. Visibly processed every syllable like I'd just claimed to own Buckingham Palace. "That's impossible," she snapped. "The realtor said a family bought that house, not someone like you." I stepped out, calm as ever. "Name's Malik. I'm 29. Bought the place last month. Got the keys yesterday." Her eyes darted to my license plate. Custom, said CEO mode. That seemed to make her angrier. No, she stammered. "You can't possibly own this home and that car. I'm calling the police. We don't tolerate scammers in this neighborhood." Scammers. It always starts like that. I crossed my arms and nodded. "You're free to call them. But just so you know, I built a logistics startup that Amazon acquired last fall. Cash offer on the house. Cash purchase on the car." She wasn't listening. Already dialing. Already pacing. Already narrating loud enough for every porch in the cul-de-sac to hear. "Yes, officer, I'm at Wisteria Point, and there's a suspicious man with a luxury vehicle. He's pretending to live here. I believe he's trespassing, and the car may be stolen. Yes, I'll stay on the line." I pulled out my phone and texted my brother. "I may be late to dinner." HOA Karen called the cops over my Rolls. I heard the sirens before I saw the lights. By then, Karen had gathered an audience, 3 neighbors, one with a dog, all watching like it was the HOA's version of Monday Night Football. 2 patrol cars rolled up. Officers stepped out, one young, one seasoned, both wearing that look of cautious neutrality. Karen sprinted to them like she was reporting a national emergency. "That's him," she pointed. "That's the guy. He claimed to own that car and that house. Just look at him." The older officer raised an eyebrow. "Ma'am, we'll take it from here." He turned to me. "Sir, we got a report about a potentially stolen vehicle. Can we see your ID and registration?" I nodded, handed everything over calmly. "Of course, officer. I'm Malik Thompson. I just moved in yesterday. I've got the title, insurance, and even the purchase documents from the dealership." The younger officer took the paperwork and stepped aside to verify. Karen stood a few feet back, arms folded, muttering under her breath. Loud enough for everyone to hear. "I'm telling you, he's probably running some crypto scam. These people think they can buy their way into our neighborhood. These people." The older cop's eyes flicked toward her, but he stayed professional. A minute passed. Then another. Then the younger officer returned. "Everything checks out. Registration is clean. Vehicle is in his name. House title matches. No issues." Karen's face twisted. "No, that can't be. That's not possible." "Check again." "Run the VIN. Look harder." The officer sighed. "Ma'am, we did. Everything's legal." Then she said the thing that flipped the whole block upside down. "He must have used a fake ID or bribed someone. This is Wisteria Point, not the ghetto." Every jaw in earshot dropped. The older officer stepped forward, tone suddenly colder. "Ma'am, that's enough. Please step aside." "I'm the HOA president," she shouted. "I have a right to know who's moving in. We have standards." "You have a right to remain silent," he replied. Dead silence. Karen blinked. "What did you just say?" The younger officer stepped forward. "Ma'am, you're being detained for obstruction and for filing a false report. And given the racial language we just heard, We're adding verbal harassment under civil code. He pulled out handcuffs. Karen shrieked. You can't be serious. I was protecting our property values. This is persecution. The older cop calmly read her Miranda rights. You're under arrest for making a false report and for harassment with discriminatory intent. You have the right to remain silent. Karen looked around, stunned. Someone record this. I'm the victim. He's manipulating you. He doesn't belong here. That's when the neighbor with the dog finally spoke up. We've got it all on Ring camera, Karen, every word. You just buried. Karen froze. 10 minutes later, she was in the back of the cruiser. No pearls, no clipboard, just disbelief. The fallout? By the next HOA meeting, Karen was suspended. By the emergency vote 3 days later, she was out. 27-1. The one vote? Karen's husband. Even he looked embarrassed. She was fined $7,500 for misuse of HOA, authority, and ordered to attend racial bias training, and 40 hours of community service. Word is, the agency she worked for put her on leave. Clients pulled out fast. Apparently, bad press doesn't help luxury listings. Weeks later, I saw her at the local coffee shop. No eye contact, no loud voice, no clipboard. Just a small, hurried woman pretending not to see me. Funny how the mighty fall when the cameras roll and the lies catch up. And as for me, I parked the Rolls right out front, top down, music playing, iced coffee in hand, every single morning. Because this is my house, my street. And no HOA president with a superiority complex is gonna scare me off. If you enjoyed seeing Karma drag Karen to the curb in handcuffs, hit that like button and subscribe. Because more stories where justice rolls in louder than a V12 engine are coming your way.